My cameraman looks homeless. Amazon arbitrage sounds like a great idea theoretically, but does it actually work in practice? So I kept hearing from people about how Amazon FBA can make you a lot of money, and I'd keep seeing videos of people online doing it. So I thought I'd have to just give it a try just to find out for myself. I started off with Amazon Arbitrage because it felt like the simplest way to just get started. I started off with a very small investment.
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
And with a very small amount of goods to sell on Amazon. I wasn't focusing on anything specific. It was anything from cosmetics, moisturizers, toys, books. I tried a bunch of these things. Now, selling on Amazon can be of different types, which I'm not going to cover all of them in this video. I'm just going to talk about arbitrage because I feel like they are very different and have very different outcomes. So what I did as arbitrage was buying things from discount shops and selling them on Amazon for like full price, or even a price that's just a bit higher than the discounted price I got it for. Now, most people that I've seen online who are doing arbitrage were mostly buying goods from like a shop physically, putting it in the trolley, taking it in their car, packaging them at home, even maybe fulfilling them themselves, or in some cases sending it to Amazon to be fulfilled by Amazon and to have prime delivery and everything. So I could definitely not be bothered shipping each item to every order. I bought some things online and some things from the shop, and I would send them to Amazon and then they would get sold and sent by them. And then when I went for like round 2, I realized the things that I had were just, for example, I had some Nerf guns and the box was like this big.
That's what she said.
And even though I had only bought like 10 of them, it was just like a huge box, and like it was impossible for me to like do anything with it myself. I did still manage to label them and do all this stuff and send it off to Amazon, but it was a real hassle. So I went and got an FBA prepping company. So through the FBA prepping company, I could just order goods and send them directly to them. So that got through my first issue, which was the scalability, because there is always a cap on how much stuff you can physically take and put in your trolley and in your car and walk with and send and do all this stuff. Not to mention that I was in London and I didn't even have a car, so I was doing this by walk and public transport. I think I took an Uber here and there. Part of the reason why I didn't want to take Ubers was because the Ubers would literally eat into like the profit margin by a lot, especially because it was such a small amount. But overall, I was just trying this out just to see how well it would work. And I was having a huge headache trying to find where to ship the thing from, because it had to be UPS approved. It was actually by walk because I thought it was the one next door, so I just took the boxes and I went to it. He said no, go to the one next door, so I went to the one next door. He said go to the one next door, so I ended up one by one walking through a very long distance. I started regretting my whole Amazon arbitrage, but that's not where the issue is. I haven't got to the issue yet. I had the products all listed on Amazon. It was a nice experience to learn how the Amazon interface works, and the things did get sold pretty quickly because I was picking top product. I watched some videos on how to successfully sell on Amazon products that are already listed on Amazon, so that wasn't really an issue. Like, the stuff was selling and it was selling for a profit. If I show you like the charts, it looks like I was making money and everything, but the issue was in the fees. First of all, I had a pro account, so it was taking £30 a month as fees, which if you're like selling thousands of products or something is nothing. But if I'm selling like 10, 20 products, 30, 50 products, it's not nothing. And then on top of that, there's the FBA fees. Amazon takes, okay, I don't know how much fees they take, but for example, if I was selling something for like £15, sometimes they would take like £7. And a lot of times I would have bought that product for like, let's say 8, and I'm selling it for like 13, 14, and then they take like 7 or 5. It would vary. It wouldn't be like the same. So I also couldn't really keep track of what's like going on. At that time, Amazon's Seller Central platform was like really really bad. It was really not user friendly. The app on the phone would like lag and it wouldn't work, and on the website it was just really complicated. They seem to have improved it like a little bit, and it seems to not lag as much anymore. At that time it was just really bad, and at that time I'm talking about maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. So while I could see that it was definitely possible to make £1 or £2 per product, which is not bad, especially when you get everything done by a prep company, sometimes the thing wouldn't sell for the price you want. I just didn't feel secure in buying like 100 or 1,000 of an item to list. The thing is, with Amazon arbitrage, you have to find good deals. So you have to find something that is at a significant discount and then make sure that it's a top selling product on Amazon. So there just wasn't that many opportunities like that. The more that a product just stays unsold, even if it sells eventually, you're paying like fees on its storage every month. So that just eats into the profit margin as well. And I get it. Like, even if you had your own Shopify store or something like that, you would still be paying for fulfillment and storage. But I think with Amazon it's a bit more expensive, and then they take like a fee on top of that for them just facilitating you selling it. So I thought, okay, buying retail discount priced goods is not really a good idea, so let me try to buy something wholesale but still from the local market. Like, I wasn't importing things from China or something like that. I was looking at those websites, DHgate, or I don't know what those websites are called, the ones that have like wholesale stuff. Most of the stuff, when you work out the price, wasn't good enough. A lot of these wholesale websites in the UK that sell snacks and pens, tissues, toiletries, stuff like that, usually their prices are good if you have an off license and you're gonna put them in your shop and sell them a couple pounds extra. To sell them on Amazon with the fees and the shipping and the storage costs and the FBA prep company and all this stuff doesn't really seem to work out. Anything that sells for like less than £5 doesn't seem worth selling, because the fees are anyway more than that. So if you have like something for £1 or £2, fees will just be more than the product. I don't know how people are selling things for £1 or £2. There aren't really much things like that. That's why if people sell anything like toothpaste or a pen on Amazon, they sell like a pack of like 6 or 10, so that you spend like 15 or 10 or 20. So until now I can't even really say if I made money or lost money, but I definitely didn't make anything like crazy that would be worth like noticing. And for example, in the beginning I guess I had a better product, it sold well and gave me a good profit, but then when I tried with another product it just took so long to sell, and fees over the months and stuff like that just basically undid the profit from the first thing. So overall I felt like I had done a lot of effort and research and all this and didn't really get something out of it that much. Although what I did get out of it is learning how Amazon works. If you plan to sell private label thing on Amazon or manufacture something and sell it on Amazon, that might work because you have a way bigger margin. So if they take 20, 30, 40%, you still have a good margin that you're still making. But buying something retail like they do in the supermarket, going to the clearance section and just picking up like Lego and stuff like that and selling it, I didn't feel like that was a good idea. So that's all for now. I hope I covered everything I was meant to cover, and if you have any more questions, I'll be happy to make another video or answer your questions in the comments. Please don't forget to like and share and subscribe and comment your thoughts. I'll see you next week.